Hello everyone, it is I, the one who has returned. Sorry, it's something I do a lot. It's fine, never mind. So basically, it's been a couple months or so. It's my first video of 2026. But today I shall be explaining Kirby lore. Now, this is probably going to be my longest video yet, but who cares? Sorry. So, it all started off a long time ago in some distant planet or whatever. So, Kirby started off, surprisingly, not with Kirby. So, basically, there were these guys called the Ancients. There was a bunch of them. And they were all pretty chill guys, and they used technology and magic to create cool stuff. Like, for example, one of the things they created was Galactic Nova, who can grant wishes. Yay. But so there's this guy, Void Termina, aka Void Soul, aka Void, who was like the big baddie. He is actually the guy. Technically, he created Kirby and Dark Matter, who we'll get to soon. So basically, the Ancients were like, holy crap, what are we gonna do? So there were four heroes. There was Galactonite, right? Aeon Hero, who it's not really, not entirely sure if he's his own character or if he's just another name for Galactonite, right? But yeah, there's Galactonite, right? Aeon Hero, and the other two. I love the other two. So yeah, let me just real quick move the Ancients out of the way real quick. And so basically these guys, no one really knows what happened yet. So kind of did a bit of attacking thing. The others aren't really important right now. No, so I'll just get rid of them. Oh wait, no, Galactonite's still important. So Galactonite healed away Void Termina into the Dark Heart. Let me just get a picture for it. Change the colour. Oops. So basically, Void Termina was sealed away into the Dark Heart, which is this big purple crystal heart thing, which he was trapped in. Whoa! But then the Ancients were like, yay, Galactonite has saved us. But then some of them got scared of Galactonite's power. So there were two. So some of them did the magic stuff, some of them did the technology stuff, and some of the magic ones were like, hold on, Galactonite sealed away Void Termina, who is supposed to be extremely powerful. Just to be safe, we should probably seal away Galactonite as well. So they did. What? They were sealed into what is called the Jumper Heart. We'll get rid of these for now. And some of the Ancients were like, so the technological Ancients who were like, the magic-y guys are really powerful. If they could seal away Galactonite, let's banish them. And they got banished. Yes. How shocking. But there's more to the story than what meets the eye. As as one of the beings created by Void Termina, from him being exposed to enough of positive energy, was what? How did all this get here? Was Kirby, who is a being of pure positive energy. We all love Kirby. We know him. We love him. He's so chill. He kinda was just going through space and eventually ended up on planet Popstar, which is where most of the games are set, except for some games like Forgotten Land, which we will get to later, but not yet. So on planet Popstar, he lived in Dreamland, which is supposed to be like this really nice place. I guess this image should do. So he's just chilling, and learns that this guy, King DDD, he has been stealing all the food. So he beats him up, and some more stuff happens. Like in Kirby's adventure for the NES, it seems that King DDD is still the villain, but he's actually trying to protect Dreamland from nightmares. So after Kirby defeats him, he accidentally summons him. Let me just go get a picture of Nightmare. So basically, Nightmare was summoned, and he's kind of very evil. But luckily, Kirby is powerful, so he killed him very easily, and he died. But there's more. Like in Kirby's Dream Land 2, he meets Dark Matter, who is this big evil guy over here. This is a good image. Who basically, he's quite powerful and was also created by Void Termina. But then, of course, Kirby defeats him along with meeting Gooey, who I love. Everyone loves Gooey. He's so amazing. Gooey and Kirby are like best friends. Yay. His tongue's kind of weird, but that doesn't matter. Then there's Kirby's Adventure 3, where you meet Dark Matter again. You defeat him. You go pow pow pow. He dies, but he's again. But then you fight Zero, who is I need an image of him. So here we've got Zero, who is the true villain, and Kirby and Gooey both kill him because he's evil, and oh no, I am dead. But there's even more. Now, next up we're going to go to a game known as let's see, actually sometimes I have a little trouble with the laws, trying to remember. Pretty sure next is Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards, where Gooey isn't in this one. Sorry, Gooey. But the King DDD is still his friend, because they're friends, by the way. And in it seems to be Dark Matter again, and you were introduced to some new characters. Kirby 64. So hold on. Adelaine and Ribbon are introduced, and they're just kind of there. But then the final boss is actually the reincarnation of Zero 2, who let me just find an image of. Of course, like most other bosses, he is of course defeated with the power of friendship. And yeah, that's him right there, biblically accurate angel. But I'm just gonna. But there's more to this. Like there's Squeak Squad, or or mouse attack, which is what it's called where in the UK. Hey, where in this game, see if I can find a picture. This guy, DeRoach, steals Kirby's cake, and Kirby's like, well, holy I need to get my cake back. So he goes out to fight him and steals this chest, which he thinks has his cake in it, which actually has let's see here. Is there an image of him? No. I can workshop. So he accidentally summons his Dark Nebula, who I can't seem to find a regular image of him, so I'll just make my own. Yeah, so this is basically what Dark Nebula looks like, and he's kind of mind controlled DeRoach, but he's chill now and he gives Kirby his cake back, and Kirby kills Dark Nebula because of course he does. And then there's some other stuff that happens, and the next game is Kirby Planet Robobot. Well, sorry DeRoach, you have to leave. So basically, in Planet Robobot, your first. So hold on. So first things first. I almost forgot. There's Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, where he meets Magalore, who puts on a magic crown, betrays him, and then becomes nice again. It's kind of confusing, honestly. So then there's Kirby Planet Robobot, where we are introduced to some more new characters, like so there's this guy, President Holtman. Let me get an image of him real quick. So basically, something to mention real quick about him is that there was this powerful being known as Stardream, who is very similar to Galactic Nova. We mentioned him earlier. That guy, over there. So basically, he acts. This is Susie. Susie is President Holtman's daughter, but at the point of the game, she's just his secretary. But so basically, quite a long time ago, he was experimenting with Stardream, and accidentally teleported Susie away. And he was like, "Oh no, what am I gonna do? I've lost my daughter." And he tries to get Stardream to bring her back, but then he gets distracted by how cool Stardream is, and eventually forgets all about his daughter, who then comes back. But like she can already kind of tell that he doesn't remember her. He just becomes his secretary and eventually betrays and her whole plan all along was kind of to steal Stardream him as revenge for forgetting her. But turns out Stardream's evil and kills President Holtman. I'm not even joking. It actually destroys his soul in game. And he's Stardream gets defeated. Kirby, he and Susie are friends now. And then we go head on over to the next game. Well, actually, something I real quick want to mention, and it is that something I forgot. God damn it, I keep forgetting things. Come on, man. And is Marx, who pretended to be Kirby's friend, who said, "Hey, the sun and moon are fighting for some reason." He was actually the one who made them fight for, I don't know how. Don't ask how, it doesn't make much sense to me either. So he says, "Hey, we can get Galactic Nova to grant a wish, so they can stop the sun and moon from fighting." But then Kirby's like, "Hey, that's a great idea." So they go over. Marx is like, "Hey, no, forget you, Kirby. Hey, Nova, I wish to rule Popstar." And he becomes really cool looking. And so, and you may be wondering why Marx did all of this. Because he's hungry. I don't really get it. That's just something I heard. Apparently that's his motive. I've never played Kirby Superstar, but apparently he's just hungry, which don't ask how, I don't understand what that has to do with taking over an entire planet, but okay. But yeah, Kirby, he defeats him and launches him towards Nova, and he goes, "Ah," and explosion, cut to explosion, oh, kapow. But then we get to Star Allies, which is probably one of the most important ones. So basically, let me just get images of the 3 characters. So basically, these guys are the 3 mage sisters. The blue one is Francissa, the red one is Flameburge, and the yellow one is Zan Partisan. Guinea pig. So basically, these guys are trying to stop Kirby from collecting these little dark hearts. Remember that? The dark heart? Ha! 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 And so basically, Kirby's dealing with this. He meets their master, Lord Highness, who is an ancient. No way! And he basically... He drains power from them and just uses them. And he uses them and he saved them from death and basically adopted them. They're basically his kids. And he just starts using them as a weapon. Just starts whacking Kirby. It was so funny when I played Star Allies for the first time. He just picked them up and just started going, gah, 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 take out, gah, go, gah, It was so funny. But he gets defeated, obviously. And he's like, well, hell, I can't use the dark. Well, I've tried using the dark hearts to bring back Void Termina, because that's what he's been planning to do. He's trying to bring Void Termina back to life. So he's like, I know, I'll sacrifice myself and these 2. By the way, I just want to mention the Mage Sisters are idiots because he uses them as weapons and sacrifices them to a god, and they're just still completely fine with it. They're still loyal to him. They get head of they're sacrificed. The dark heart goes kablooey. And then Void Termina releases, but he's a bit different. But he's a bit different this time around. So, because, boom, he's in kind of his shell. This is kind of like a shell to him. You know what I mean? So basically, he's really powerful, and he's like, Grarg, I'm gonna get you, Grarg. Kirby, he then beats him up, goes inside of him, launches the Mage Sisters and Highness out, enters him, and has to fight his true form, Void. So you can clearly see his resemblance to Kirby because they're kind of related. So basically, it's a family reunion, but with the power of friendship. Seriously, he has a bunch of friends, and all his friends come over to jump, so they can jump Void Termina. So basically, Void gets defeated, and is destroyed, but he's happy about being destroyed for some reason. And maybe one day he will return as someone nice. But yeah, also there's the epilogue called Heroes in Another Dimension, where you go over and release Highness from this thing called the Jamba Heart. Too many hearts, I know. And then he fights them all again, and he has to fight all 3 Mage Sisters at once, and it's just absolute chaos. I'm so glad I played on Switch too, because if I was playing on regular Switch, it would not be able to handle it. I had a Switch Lite. I didn't even have a normal Switch. I had a Switch Lite. At least now I have a Switch 2, which can most definitely handle it, but still. So basically, they all become nice. They're all his friends now. Let me just get rid of them. But there's more, as there's a game which it technically isn't canon, but I feel like mentioning it anyway because I recently got it. Super Kirby Clash, where in it's got not Nightmare again as the villain, but it's got Nightmare again, but this is the different version. This is Parallel Nightmare. Who, like, something kind of funny is, whenever you fight him, it's really easy. But if he wasn't such a weakling, he would probably be the strongest villain in Kirby, which is so funny to me. Like, he can literally open portals to other dimensions and summon extremely powerful beings. But he's just so weak. Like, whenever you fight him, you only got to hit him, like, a few times. Like, literally, at the end of the game, when you fight him, at the end of Super Kirby Clash, like, he literally, like, it really, like, it seems like he's clearly supposed to be, it seems like it says, Final Boss, Parallel Nightmare, and, like, but you defeat him so easily. It's as easy as defeating a level 1 enemy, like a level 1 boss. It's so funny. It's like, and he's just so funny, and like he tries defeating, like, summoning other people. Like, he summons Darkmind, who's really powerful, but he just immediately launches him away, just like hits him with a hammer. So basically, but at this point in the game, after he's once again easily defeated, he tries summoning a certain someone. Aeon Hero. I mean, everyone's like, he summons Aeon Hero, but like no one, like Galactonite, you fight him and he gets merged with a butterfly and becomes Morphonite. And then there's Aeon Hero, who is the final boss in this game. But like, no one ever says anything about the other. I love the other two. It's weird, like, right? Like, so basically, he immediately kills him because he's a big loser. So basically, Aeon Hero goes to fight Kirby, and he also has 3 other Kirby friends, which are just kind of chilling with him. And he's like, and he uses his abilities and defeats him. And I'm pretty sure there's a rematch against him in it where he's got gold patterns and stuff. I actually, no spoilers please, because I actually haven't defeated that fight yet. But yeah, so you defeat Aeon Hero, and we head over to the next game. Kirby Air Riders. Oh yeah, baby, best game ever. So basically, he and all his friends get these special flying machines. With various designs, but they're all being drawn to somewhere. So basically, this is Noir DDD, so basically he's a pretty cool guy. He's badass, and he's actually a smaller part of this guy, Gigantus, who was once a being called Zora with a Z. So basically, Zora was kind of this big being, unable to move for a very long period of time, and they wished to be able to move. And do you know who can grant wishes? Galactic Nova. He granted the wish, but turned him into this powerful being which wants to destroy the world, Gigantus. But part of them, Noir DDD, doesn't want to destroy the world. So basically, So basically, Kirby defeats Gigantus and then proceeds to defeat Galactic Nova. And yeah, that's a lot of Kirby lore, but it's not all of Kirby lore. Of course, last but not least, we've got Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And a good old classic game. Hey, everyone loves Forgotten Land. Where in it, Kirby and the Waddle Dees, everyone gets sucked into this alternate planet. This planet is implied to be like an overgrown, abandoned version of Earth. So yeah, that's basically what it is. But there's more to the story than what meets the eye. As he meets his friend, he meets Alpha. Am I spelling it right? Oh wait, I know. Oh, come on. So in the Forgotten Land, so he goes to the Forgotten Land where he meets Elfalin, who's this cute little guy. Oh, he's so adorable, and I want to pet him. Seriously. So the Waddle Dees are all being captured by characters like King Dedede, who has been mind controlled, and there's also other dudes like Gorilla Man and Leopard Woman, Goofy dude, brainwashed Lion who is in a relationship with the Leopard Girl. But turns out Elfalin is half of the ultimate life form. I'm not even joking. He's half of the ultimate life form. And they get mixed back together and form good old Vector Elphalis. He's a big guy. He's the ultimate life form. I don't get why his name isn't Shadow the Hedgehog. But yeah, Kirby beats him up like yarr. And there's also the post game where you fight Chaos of Elphalis, who is like him, but it's like this, but with red bits. Except at some of it. But then, of course, there's the Switch 2 edition. The Switch 2 edition is where the world gets crystallized by Elfalin's big brother, this guy, Parastelaclysalis Genwell Metion Elphalis. Which I gotta admit, it was a really fun fight. Fight against him. His attacks is really cool, and also Kirby is like extremely peak music. Yeah, but he's defeated, and there hasn't really been that many games, honestly. The most recent game is Air Riders, which, like I said, had before. Well, I talked about that before, and then also. there is technically one more game, a game known as Kirby's Dream Buffet. No, I play this sometimes on my Switch with my friend, and she beats me every single time. I don't think I have ever won before, or it's so crazy. But so basically, the game doesn't really have a story. It's kind of more of like a party game, sort of. But in it Kirby, he is it gets shrunken down and begins to eat as many strawberries as possible, while rolling on a big thing. Yes, rolling thing. But yeah, so that's basically all of Kirby lore. But But there are some. If there's anything I missed, please go down and tell me in the comments. And thank you all for watching. And before I go, I must send you this important message. I love Rick. He is the best character in video game history. Yeah, that's right. No one on Earth is better than Rick from Kirby. Hey, I would kill someone for Rick. I'm serious.